Simpson. And Japan have gone absent without leave. This is Whitmore. Hall and Gale both available. It's still Whitmore. It is the Reggae Boys who take the lead.
Ball chat.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, football fans. Good morning, sports fans. Welcome to BCN Sports Watch Along of English Premier League action. My name is Benton. I'm the man in the ship. Junior is out on a boat. Big up yourself, Junior. Go and chat safely out the road. This should be a good game. This should be a good game in the English Premier League. This is second place Man City versus, I wish part Crystal Palace did. They're probably about 6th or 7th in the English Premier League. So Crystal Palace versus Man City. This should be a good game. And, you know, we're just going to watch the game and enjoy, hopefully, some good football. It's a cool Sunday morning in the ATL. Thank you all for joining us. Crystal Palace is 5th in the current standing. Arsenal on top. They escaped yesterday, Arsenal that is, with a 2-1 victory over Wolves. So here we are today. Man City now on sitting second. Let's get to the starting 11. Let's get to it. Starting 11, of course, starting out with the host, Crystal Palace, Dean Henderson in goal. At back three, Glasner usually goes for a back three. Mark Guehi, LaCroix, Richards rounds out the defensive three. Kamada, Wharton, Adam Wharton is going to be a big deal, a huge responsibility in that Crystal Palace midfield. You have Nathan Klein, Tariq Michel. And the thing with Tariq and Nathan Klein, they will drop back into a back five when needed, and they will push up as far to help Ismail Assar and Yermi Pino. And the round out the attack for them, Crystal Palace, is Felipe Mateta. The man with his shirt always stuck in his shorts, man. Always, Felipe Mateta always has his shirt neatly tucked into his shorts. Yeah, the man's about being neat. All right. For Man City, for Pep Guardiola's Man City, you have Donnarumma in goal. Back four, you have O'Reilly, Nick O'Reilly been playing well in that left back position. You have Guardiola, Ruben Diaz, Matheus Nunes. And it seems like Matheus Nunes has really, grown in this right back position. Of course, Matheus Nunes, formerly of Wolves, true out-and-out midfielder, but he has grown in this right back position. In midfield, you have Rangers, Nico Gonzalez and Bernardo Silva. Phil Foden, Ryan Cherokee sits behind the man himself, Erling Haaland. This should be a very, very good football game. And the teams are out. Ismail Assar will head off to AFCON after this. So, this is going to be probably... He would like to put on a show ultimately for his peeps here at the at Selhurst Park, his fans here at Selhurst Park. Ismail Assar, PS, very good player. He's evolved into a very good player. Normally this game is quite a competitive matchup. It's quite competitive. So looking forward to see this game. Remember to smash the like button. Remember to tell a friend about the show. Just leave a comment. Let us know your thoughts here on BCN Sports and all the content that we've been providing. And we're off at Selhurst Park. Ball game on. And, important for me to get this clock running here. Mateta almost in. Ruben Diaz cutting him out. And a ball off there of Pino. Corner kick, offside on Pino was, Mateta was coming back from an offside position, but dangerous there from Crystal Palace early in. Crystal Palace starting off very start. Let me make sure that chat is up, all that stuff is in, and we're going out nice and clear. Big up to all those who are on the chat. Big up to the family. Big up to all those who who are who are joining us live here on BCN Sports. Here is Man City. Man City, the ball is wide with Cherokee, and a shot from Matheus Nunes blocked off by Kamada. Crystal Palace able to clear their lines. A minute into the game, and it's already an intense game. Very, very lively game in terms of both teams going for it. Glasner in his dugout, shouting out instructions. And ball is out for a throw into Man City. Man City in, lime green socks with a lime green stripes and gray shirt. So they're not in the traditional blue. Yeah, I would call that gray. Gray jersey with lime green stripes on the side. Ball is with Cherokee, and Crystal Palace in traditional blue and red striped shirt with full blue socks. Crystal Palace dropping off, allowing Man City, possession. Man City position, of course, like to possess the ball. This is part and parcel of Pep Guardiola's football. Ruben Diaz to Nunes out wide. Ball has been played around in Crystal Palace half. Of course, if Man City wins this game, takes the 3 points, then they'll close the gap on Arsenal. Close the gap to 2 points, if I'm not. With the victory yesterday, Arsenal extended their lead by 5 points. Still Man City, all position. No clear-cut chances to any team yet. It's just early warming. Big up to those on the live. Doesn't matter what channel you're watching us or what platform you're watching us on. Go ahead and smash the like button, definitely. Hopefully everyone is having a good Sunday morning wherever you are. Ball is with Man City in the back. Guardiola finds is that Nico Gonzalez dropping back. And one thing that is very apparent with Man City, Nico Gonzalez has grown quite well into this CDM role. Maybe had a little bit of difficulties settling into the team. Of course, replacing Rodri, who, huge shoes to fill. I mean, by no stretch of the imagination is Rodri shoes easily replaceable. Foden dropping deep, picking up the ball. Ball is now with Nico Riley or Guardiola. Guardiola sends it all the way back to Donnarumma. Donnarumma pushing it out of his box. Ruben Diaz to Gonzalez. Nico Gonzalez found Foden. Chris Richards quickly on him there. And ball back with Man City. So Gonzalez now trying to send it long, looking for Erling Haaland. Or looking for Rangers running behind. But into the arms of goalkeeper Dean Henderson. Long ball out from Henderson, looking for Mateta. Guardiola quickly on him. Now the ball is with Nunes. Don't have an option, turns it all the way back. Nico Gonzalez now with it. Finds Guardiola. Guardiola stepping up. Now he has Adam Wharton for company. He turns it back. Ruben Diaz. Guardiola. Still Man City. A lot of possession from Man City. No clear-cut chances. Or no clear-cut chance of yet. Maybe Crystal Palace did have a little chance, a small chance, but again, earlier on in the game. But again, that was an offside. So definitely not a chance. Throw into Man City. And historically, these teams at Selhurst Park has been quite a competitive game. Historically. And of course, we know that Klasner has done quite well with. Here is Man City in. Rangers almost breaking in there. Nico Gonzalez stepping up to break up play. Ball is with Ryan Cherokee. Cherokee with a bad pass, ricocheted off Rangers. Here comes referee playing on there. As a Man City player is down, Man City decided to kick player. Guardiola is down. Man City decided to kick the ball out for him to get a bit of attention. You know, one of the things that's very apparent, Man City is quickly on Ismail Assar. Anytime he picks up the ball, you know, Man City is quickly on him. They don't want to allow him any sort of space, any sort of room to maneuver. We know that Ismail Sarr, you know, in space is a dangerous footballer. Guardiola still down, getting a bit of treatment. Pep Guardiola talking to Nico Gonzalez. As he always, you know, does have a bit of always giving extra instructions to his players. And I think, you know, one thing that is very apparent, we're less than 10 minutes into the ball game. Nico Gonzalez dropping off, you know, picking up the ball a lot. So he's going to have to drive that player in terms of Man City's attack. He's getting a lot of the football. As Crystal Palace drop off. Phil Foden is coming short to try to pick it up, but Adam Wharton is quickly on him. Kamada is quickly on Rangers or Cherokee whenever they pick up the ball. So the early signs in terms of how they're setting up, Crystal Palace is looking to, okay, so Man City, you can have the football in your half. You can do what you want with the ball in your half. Once you start crossing the half line and then finding those players who are coming short, then Adam Wharton and others is going to try to squeeze and try to limit those players' time with the ball. Those dangerous players for Man City. As Guardiola is going through what appears to be concussion protocol. How many fingers, Bridget? It seems like he's okay. Ruben Diaz helping him back to his feet. Seems like he's okay to continue. Of course, he will have to come off the field. Let's see. Pep Guardiola pacing in the dugout. And what I've seen from Man City, and I don't want to goat mouth them. I don't want to give them. I don't want to salt them up. But what I've seen from Man City the last few weeks, it looks like it's a team that's hitting its strides. I mean, it's a team that may have rectified some of the problems defensively. Of course, we know that they score and have scored goals immensely, because when you have a player like Erling Haaland up top, you know, chances are you will score, and you will score a bag of goals. And the data proves that, right? He scores. He's a, you know, top level, top shelf, probably the best striker in the Premier League. Yes, definitely the best striker. Maybe the best striker, goal scorer in all of football right now. But one of the fundamental concerns for Man City is how they deal with the defensive issues at the back. Guardiola. Here comes Crystal Palace. Mateta in. Ball almost a Sarr. Almost a Mateta back. Here comes Wharton shot. I think that was Klein coming in. Nathan Klein there. Former Liverpool player, almost in, you know, he did get the shot off inside the 18, but it, you know, sliced wide. Ismail Assar. Flick that one back over there. So there will be opportunities for this Crystal Palace team on the counter. It's like, you know, once Crystal Palace recovers the ball off Man City, they want to use that pace of Sarr and Pino out wide. Man City now looking to get, what kind of ball that's straight down the middle? Get Erling Haaland in. And just like that, Haaland is in, but Guehi's quickly on him. That was dangerous. And the Simple thing about that, that was just a pass from, I think that was Nick O'Reilly with that straight pass from deep to Erling Haaland. Ryan Cherokee getting a lot of attention there from Tariq Michel. And he sends it back. Ball is with Ruben Diaz. Diaz finds Nunes inside Crystal Palace's half. Then Nunes flips it over. Finds Rangers looking for cross, but he backheels off Lacroix. Corner kick to Man City. And we're seeing the replay of that long pass just straight up the middle to Erling Haaland. If he had a better touch, probably would have been in. To be fair to the Crystal Palace defenders, Mark Guehi and company, Lacroix, Mark Guehi, and I think Chris Richards were there. They were quickly. There were 3 players on him, on Erling Haaland. Corner kick to Man City. 12th minute in. Foden, corner kick in. Cleared out by Lacroix. Ball is back with Foden. Foden finds Gonzalez. And now it's with Nunes. Nunes to Nico Gonzalez. Gonzalez with a strange pass. Almost gave it to Ismail Assar. So, regarding Man City, no Jeremy Doku, so no out-and-out PSC wingers in this ball game. He's Pep Guardiola's Cherokee Rangers and others, putting a lot of emphasis on those creative midfielders. And I think it's a gamble. He knows Pep Guardiola is a general. He knows, the success, he has the trophies to prove it. But in a team like this, I think that there might be some defensive concerns in that midfield. I don't know if I don't think Cherokee and Rangers will be that good defensively for this Man City team in this game, but they will offer you, of course, a lot of different options going forward. So, and that is, I think, is the mindset of Pep Guardiola. He doesn't, as we've seen from so far in the game, is that Crystal Palace is not going to take a lot of risks. So you need these ball players from Man City, the Rangers and Ryan Cherokee, to get on the ball and be able to create. Here's ball broken up off Man City. Bernardo Silva has to do a lot of work, and he's back there with Nico Gonzalez helping him. And let's see, the ball is out. Throw in. Yeah, big up to all the people. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Sunday morning. Hopefully everyone is having a good Sunday morning. This is BCN Sports watch along of Crystal Palace versus Man City, English Premier League action. Heavy touch here from Phil Foden. He turns the ball over. Ball is all the way back to Dean Henderson. Dean Henderson then sends it long, looking for Philip Mateta. Mateta is getting a lot of attention from Guardiola. Cleared by Man City. Foden to Riley. Nick O'Reilly looking to send it. Trying to get Bernardo Silva. Ball is too long. Other EPL scores. Of course, later on today we'll do a full recap at 5 p.m. on All Things Football. No scores. No goals. Well, actually 1-1 between West Ham and Aston Villa. That game about the same time as this game, 1-1 between West Ham and Aston Villa. Forest and Tottenham 0-0. Also 0-0 between Newcastle and Sunderland. A cagey affair so far. No clear-cut chances to any team. None of these teams have had clear-cut chances. Man City definitely has more possession, as expected. A lively game though. Guehi looking to find Yermi Pino. and is cleared out by Matthias Nunes for a throw to Crystal Palace. Terry Mitchell is up to take the throw, finds Guehi. As there's an extra ball on the field, cleared off by, here comes Adam Wharton. Jeremy Pino is in. This must be a goal, and he's off the post. And he's offside. Is he? That should have scored. It would have been tight. Nick O'Reilly may have played him on. The flag definitely did not go up for offside. Man City players are asking for offside. But here comes Jeremy Pino in again. Mateta missed kick and into the arms of goalkeeper Donnarumma. It seems like Donnarumma did touch that one. I think he did save it, actually. That Jeremy Pino one-on-one. Chances for Crystal Palace. Donnarumma sends it wide to Nunes. Nunes finds B. Silva. B. Silva turns it over. Kamada taken back by Man City. Cherokee back to help. B. Silva with it, and B. Silva's foul. Free kick to Man City. B. Silva just threw himself aground. Jeremy Pino is still pissed off or ticked off with himself for missing that chance, and I will try to see if there's I hope there will be a replay of that chance here in a second. Here comes Man City. Bad pass from Matthias Nunes. Not on the same page with Ryan Cherokee, who's playing right wing. All right. So Adam Wharton chips the ball over to Jeremy Pino. And did Donnarumma? No, Donnarumma didn't touch it. Jeremy Pino just missed it. He tried to chip him off the post. I mean, Donnarumma is a very big goalkeeper. His wingspan is pretty big. And now Philippe Mateta is in the offside. One thing that is apparent. So Crystal Palace, when they pick up the ball, try to get it behind that Man City defense. Quickly, play it quickly as the Crystal Palace, Mateta, Sarr, and Jeremy Pino are looking to get behind. Man City is playing a high line, trying to catch them offside. But so far they have beaten it a couple of times. They've gotten caught a few times also. But Jeremy Pino should have scored for Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace should be leading this game 1-0. Here is Man City. Diaz. Diaz finds Foden. Foden looking for Nick O'Reilly running in and not able to get on the end of it. Goal kick for Crystal Palace. Man City still searching for that clear-cut opportunity. We're in the 20th minute. English Premier League action. Crystal Palace getting ready to restart play. Henderson sends it wide to Chris Richards. Richards back to LaCroix. Kamada shows. LaCroix sends it to Dean Henderson. Dean Henderson lobs it out. Foden intercepts. And ball is headed back to the arms of Dean Henderson by Guehi. Henderson finds Mitchell. Mitchell taken off by Cherokee. Cherokee. Nico Gonzalez getting help from attention. Jeremy Pino picks his pocket. Pino in, has Mitchell out left. Pino can't get in. Pino, still Pino, and just all over the place is like my commentary. Jeremy Pino can't get control of the ball and lets it roll through to Donnarumma. Foden was back there to help. Jeremy Pino was all over the place in that attack, like my commentary. All over the place. Need to get control of the ball. He needs to get control of that ball. Here is Crystal Palace. Ball sent long. Mateta trying to get on the end of it. Guardiola intercepts. Foden can't keep control. Ball is back with Man City though after Mateta turns it over. Lively game here, people. Lively game. Do join us later on at 5 p.m. Eastern for BCN Sports Ball Chat. Ball Chat Weekly, recap the week that was in the world of football. We'll discuss Mohamed Salah. Impressive deal. Mohamed Salah back on the park, for Liverpool. We'll also take a look at Alaves versus Real Madrid as coach Xabi Alonso needs a win and needs a win fast. Here comes Man City. Ball out wide. Nick O'Reilly going at Nathan Klein. Nick O'Reilly looking for options. Find Guardiola. Now Bernardo Silva. Silva finds Gonzalez. Back to Silva. Silva stops. Ball is with Nick O'Reilly. Ruben Diaz. Diaz looking for Holland. Holland trying to 1-2 to the Rangers. Cut out by Crystal Palace. Taken back by Nico Gonzalez. Cherokee. Baller. Turns the ball back to Gonzalez. Ball back to Cherokee. Cherokee now flips it over looking for Rangers in the box. And he almost got on the end of it. Just a toenail short. Ryan Cherokee needs to get on the ball more for Man City. As Rangers probably should have kept running. He tried to take the shot one time. Chris Richards was with him though. Just a little bit out of his reach. So that's the plan for Man City. Get Ryan Cherokee on the ball. And that's important. Important as Pep Guardiola continues to shout instructions to his group. What a man for shout instructions. Here comes Crystal Palace trying to clear the lines as Man City is applying a bit of pressure. Ricochet all the way out to Tyreek Michel. Now it's Yermi Pino. Yermi Pino, Kamada walking through the midfield. Kamada finds Ismail Sarr. Ismail Sarr into the 18. Shot from Sarr. Almost across the goal. Mateta can't get on the end of it. Out of his reach. I think if he had here, he would have gotten to it. But because he's ball-headed, it's too high for him. But Kamada picks it up in that midfield. Fine. So close an opportunity here. Guardiola was with Ismail Sarr and if Mateta's shirt wasn't stuck in his pants, he would have gotten to it. Here comes Crystal Palace, sends it all the way back to Dean Henderson, who's way out of his goal. Dean Henderson sends it long. Looking for Mitchell. Picking up Nunes on it. Yo, look at man's shirt now, brethren. Free kick called by the referee. As Nunes, and again, there's something I said at the beginning of the watch along. I said that Matheus Nunes has grown into this right back position. I mean, of course, remember last year that Man City had Kyle Walker for years running this right back position. No, I mean Matheus Nunes is not an out and out right back, but he's grown into the position, and you're seeing the growing pains, and I think that is down to coaching, right? That is down to Pep Guardiola and his coaching and his growth. As Ryan Cherokee sends it back to Donnarumma. Nico Gonzalez driving into the midfield for Man City there's a pass in for Ryan Cherokee trying to get it in. Cut out. Here comes Philip Mateta. As Crystal Palace is on the counter. Breaks through. Ismail Sarr is in. Sarr. And he might be offside, but Yermi Pino come off the field. But it wasn't offside anyway. Yermi Pino is getting into great positions for Crystal Palace. He just cannot capitalize. Yes, that was the offside, but you need to kick a better shot than that. Still 0-0, surprisingly. Nico Gonzalez finds Ruben Diaz. Diaz to Foden. Foden looking for the missing man, Erling Haaland. Taken off by Crystal Palace. But I remember Erling Haaland a player. That's how good Crystal Palace have been to limit the service, limit the ball into him. Man City is going from side to side. Erling Haaland. Here comes Ryan Cherokee driving in. Now finds Nunes down the right side. Ball into the box. An overhead cross. Ball is over to Nico Gonzalez. Nico O'Reilly. Nick O'Reilly and ball end up with Nunes on the right wing. Nico Gonzalez now back to Nunes, and some of these passes are pretty short. People, come on. Nunes getting Tyreek Mitchell for company. Cuts inside for Foden. Foden finds Nico Gonzalez, who's getting a lot of the football, seen a lot of the football for Man City. Gonzalez finds Nick O'Reilly. Nick O'Reilly. Not much space, not much movement from Man City's offense. So he decides to go, wide. Here is Nico Gonzalez stepping in. Finds Diaz. Diaz. Crystal Palace doing a very good job now. Here, Man City seems to have been able to evade the 3 press. Silva. Turning. Has Kamada for company. Kamada pushes him back, and Silva now able to release the Ruben Diaz. Ruben Diaz find Nunes out wide. Foden. Guehi for company. Nunes. Foden sends it wide, and Guardiola has to run back to get the ball. Gonzalez walking around. Gonzalez in and is blocked off. Referee says a foul. Chris Richards there with a blocking foul. That's a check and a free kick to Man City outside the 18-yard box there. Free kick to Man City. Score update regarding English Premier League scores. Let's get to it. Still 0-0 here. 0-0 between Sunderland and Newcastle. 0-0 between Forest and Tottenham. West Ham United with goals from Fernandes and Jared Bowen leading Aston Villa 2-1 at London Stadium. And all 3 goals were scored by West Ham. The Aston Villa goal is a Mavropanos own goal. So one thing that's abundantly clear is that Nuno Espirito has done an excellent job with West Ham. Free kick to Man City outside the 18. Getting ready to restart play. Standing over it, you have Foden and Cherokee. Foden with the left. Into it, and a shot! Saved by Dean Henderson. But offside on a Man City player who was quickly in. Very good save, That's a very good save. That was sneaking in. Yeah, they're offside because so brother Ryan Cherokee was Rangers was standing in an offside position. He was quickest to the rebound. No wonder. Very good save by Dean Henderson. 29th minute of play, 30th minute of play. Henderson restarts. Ball headed out by Gonzalez. Guardiola with the header. Silva sends it long, looking for the Viking, aka Erling Haaland, who's been kept quiet by Mark Guehi. Ball cleared by Crystal Palace, and it ricocheted. Big bad control by Nick O'Reilly, and out for a throw to Palace. Palace back on restart play. LaCroix has Chris Richards for company. He uses Richards. Richards getting a bit of help there. Sends it all the way back to Dean Henderson, who sends it long. And I don't know if Man City needs to look at Kamada. Turns it over in midfield. Almost cut out by Wharton. But I don't know if this Kamada and Adam Wharton in that midfield are excellent for Crystal Palace. As we have a score update, Forest, Colin Hudson-Odoi with a 1-0 goal, with a goal, 1-0 Forest leads. Tottenham. Tottenham a bug side, What a side. Sean Dyche Forest leading Tottenham 1-0 at the City Ground. Yeah. As it pertains to Man City and the Man City fans, I think that you guys need either Jeremy Doku or a proper wing up on the field. You need somebody to extend this Chris Richards and force him, to really kind of defend. You do have no Jeremy Doku, so that's all right. So I mean, Oscar Bob or Savino will have to come on and probably offer something. No Jeremy Doku, I think he's out. Clearly, he's out. Here comes Man City. Erling Haaland spinning off, looking a very frustrated man because he's looking for the ball over, but he's not getting it when he makes the run. And we have Ryan Cherokee's down in a bit of pain. Referee says no foul. Yeah, Ryan Yeah, it doesn't look like he touched him though. Right? Yeah, I mean Ryan Cherokee. And I think he's back on his feet. Yeremy Pino. Ball back in play. Mitchell finds Pino. Pino finds Wharton. Wharton sends it wide. Klein. Wharton to Sarge. Sarge's in. This is supposed to be a goal and he's wide. And of course he's offside again. Them you have banned in the offside now. Let's see. Man City doing a very... Why does Ismail Assar have to take off so early? You're faster than them youth, yeah. Offside. Send the ball wide though. But again, that's been very all the first half. It's been there for Crystal Palace. Those options have been there. I mean, Ismail Assar, Yeremy Pino has had his fair share of chances on the left side of this Crystal Palace attack. Chris Richards with the ball for Palace. Richards, US international, sends it long over the head of Pino. Man City, Bernardo Silva in midfield. Trying to go around Wharton. Surprisingly does. Ball now out wide to Rangers. Forgot he was playing. Rangers back to Bernardo Silva. Silva flipping it, looking for Foden. Cut out by Richards. Here comes Ismail Assar with it. Finds Mitchell. Tyreek Mitchell. Bit of work to do. Mitchell now having a few players with him, but turns the ball back. Big up to all the people on the live. Big up. Whether you're on Facebook or Instagram or wherever y'all watch. Big up to all the people on the live. Watch along. We do this every week. We will have a watch along of at least one football game every week. This is our game of the week. The English Premier League game of the week. Crystal Palace versus Man City. This is our game of the week. Here is Adam Wharton cutting inside in turnover, and referee says foul on Nico Gonzalez. And again, I want to emphasize that Nico Gonzalez has done quite well in this midfield for Man City. He has been doing a very good job in the absence of Rodri. Very good job. Make sure to subscribe. You're on YouTube, subscribe. If you're on YouTube, subscribe. Don't know. Tell a friend, share. We're on YouTube, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook. We're on wherever you're watching us. Subscribe. Free kick to Crystal Palace. BCN Sports watch along of English Premier League. Second place Man City versus fifth place Crystal Palace. We have a committee, a meeting that's occurring over the free kick. Wharton, Guehi, and Yeremy Pino. Guehi leaves because I don't know why Guehi involved in a committee. That's all. All right, Wharton now steps away, so it's going to be Yeremy Pino to restart play. Free kick for Crystal Palace. Kamada is moving over to the left. I don't know if they're looking to do it short. Now we restart play, and Yeremy Pino sends it to Richards, and Richards He tried to flip it in, but miss kick. Kamada beating Man City player to the ball. Ball is out. Now a shot from Wharton, and it's over the top. Couldn't keep it down from Adam Wharton. And Chris Richards. And I see what Crystal Palace was trying to do on that free kick. Send the ball over to the left. And Chris Richards essentially just should have, the way I think Klasner drew it up is that, Chris Richards should have crossed the ball into the box, but he missed kick. Here's the ball, it's Donnarumma. Donnarumma sends it wide, and Man City getting a bit of pressure there. Cut out for a throw to Man City as Yermi Pino was quickly on Ruben Diaz. Now we have, no, they didn't say it. No, it's out. It didn't go out for a throw. It went out for a goal kick. My bad. Yo, Man City wants to play out of the box. Crystal Palace applying a bit of pressure. Donnarumma is not very comfortable playing with that much pressure. Here comes ball from Rangers. Ball from Man City. Ball is out to Cherokee. Cherokee now going at Michel. Cherokee sends it in. And a header from Mark Guehi. Probably a goal-saving header. But Man City, what the hot salad? And a free kick that's been called on Yermi Pino. I think that somebody got a tunnel. And somebody got piled. Yermi Pino kicked down Matheus Nunes. Free kick to Man City. 38th minute of play. And referee Yermi Pino is not very happy with the call, but so be it. This is BCN Sports Watch Along of English Premier League football. Ryan Cherokee standing over it. Cherokee getting ready to restart play. He sends it in. Ball headed on at the top of the key. Cleared out by Crystal Palace. Turnover by Yermi Pino, who couldn't hold the ball. Hold on to it. Ball in from Man City. Cleared out by Mitchell. Cherokee and Mitchell in a very good battle over this side. Left back Tariq Mitchell. Tariq Mitchell versus Ryan Cherokee is one to watch. Very good competition on that side. Ball is with Ruben Diaz. Diaz to Nunes. Nunes into Crystal Palace's half. Cherokee gets two players for company now. Yermi Pino is helping Tariq Mitchell. Ball is back to Nunes. Diaz. Guardiola with him. Diaz. And Guardiola has Nico Gonzalez for help. Ball is with Nunes. Now that Crystal Palace pressure is stepping up. And Nunes has to send it back to Donnarumma. Donnarumma sends it wide. Looking for Nico Gonzalez. Or Ruben Diaz. Ruben Diaz has it. Diaz finds Gonzalez. Gonzalez with a bit of room. Now finds Rangers. Rangers into Crystal Palace's half. Now he's looking for Cherokee. Bit indecisive there initially. Cherokee with it. And Ryan Cherokee needs to drive at that player. He shouldn't be turning the ball back there. Here is Ruben Diaz. Ruben Diaz to Gonzalez. Ball is with Matheus Nunes out wide. Matheus Nunes to Bernardo Silva. Who's going at Michel? He decides to turn it back. Cross into the box. Ball is to Erling Haaland. Headed on. Goal! And that's it. Matheus Nunes to Erling Haaland. 1-0 Man City. Just like that. And I almost gave Crystal Palace the goal. Erling Haaland with the goal. Matheus Nunes on the cross. 1-0 Man City. 41st minute of the game. Yeah, this is in here. Wow, that was easy. Yo, people, I mean, the ability of Erling Haaland, I cannot understate, and it's very good header. Chris Richards, you got to jump with him. You cannot allow him that much space. He peeled off Chris Richards. Very good cross by Matheus Nunes. But Chris Richards, you have to know where he is. Yo, any team that playing Man City must know where Erling Haaland is. You have to know where he is. That's rule number one. You have to know where he is. Not that I'm a good defender, but any world-class defender. Here comes Crystal Palace, and the ball ended up in the arms of Donnarumma. Any world-class defender, you go back to Maldini, Costa Corta, Fabio Cannavaro, Duran, Tati Brown of Jamaican lineage, any world-class defenders, you have to recognize that the goal scorer on for the opponent needs to get extra attention. It doesn't matter. You have to know where this player is. You have to always know where Erling Haaland is. Chris Richards was the closest. Didn't jump. Good cross from Matheus Nunes. No, very good cross. 1-0 Man City. Here comes Man City again. Nick O'Reilly. And the funny thing about it, or coincidentally, Crystal Palace has been playing well. Crystal Palace probably should have scored. Not probably. Yermi Pino should have scored. Unequivocally, Yermi Pino should have scored. So, but it is what it is. This is football. You either take your chances or you don't. You live to regret them. Crystal Palace applying a bit of pressure. Bernardo Silva asking for a handball. Referee says no, play on. Mark Guehi finds Yermi Pino. Yermi Pino to Mateta. Mateta is in. And he's almost in, but referee says no foul as Donnarumma is quickly out. Mateta is down. Let's see if VAR will have a look. Mateta is still in the box. Crystal Palace is playing on. Kamada. Mateta is now back to his feet. I don't think VAR is gonna. Maybe they will have a look, but I don't think that's a penalty based on the initial play. As Erling Haaland pressuring Dean Henderson in final, and that was a very lucky break there from Henderson. A lot going on in this football game. A lot going on. Yermi Pino finds Kamada. Kamada looking for Mateta again. Mateta in. Mateta shot, and it's saved. Just like that. All right, we're seeing the replay now of the Mateta Donnarumma collision. Donnarumma got to the ball first, just couldn't punch it away. Did end up taking out Mateta. I don't think that's a penalty, but VAR also agree. So let's move on. Here is Man City getting a bit of pressure from Crystal Palace. Guardiola finds Matheus Nunes. It's Rangers. Rangers now driving in open space. Erling Haaland to the left. Erling Matek beaten from. No, referee's asking for a foul. He's asking the referee for a foul. This Rangers referee not doing. Nothing doing. Erling Haaland is not very happy. Thought that Rangers could have get the ball to him, but didn't. Here comes Man City again. Not getting in. Ismail Assar. Yo, the ball came here lively. It is lively. Here's Nathan Klein out wide for Crystal Palace. Adam Wharton on it. Wharton looking to flip the ball over to Pino. Mitchell to Pino. Pino into the box. Pino trying to get a shot off. He has 3 Man City on. Can't get it on. Can't get it. Erling Haaland now comes away as Man City comes away with it. And Pino's still down, but he's back on his feet. Nunes with it for Man City. Guehi with Nunes, putting a bit of pressure. Guehi's way up the field. Ball is with Nico Gonzalez. Ruben Diaz. And Guardiola. Guardiola sends it back to Donnarumma. Donnarumma over to Matheus Nunes. And Matheus Nunes leaves it for Cherokee, who flips it to Matheus Nunes. Nunes now to Gonzalez. Here comes Man City. Foden. Didn't remember he was playing. Foden now with it. Cherokee. Rangers now picks it up. Man City slowing the pace down. 43 3 minutes of added time. 45th minute, 46th minute into the game. 3 minutes of added time. Erling Haaland coming short, trying to flip through Cherokee there. Cut out by LaCroix. He was quickly on that one. Here comes Man City again trying to retool. Gonzalez. Nico Gonzalez to find Foden. Foden to Guardiola. Guardiola back to Foden. Foden just walking now in the center circle, or close to the center circle. 1-0 for Man City. Goal in the 45th minute or 43rd minute by Erling Haaland. Off of Matheus Nunes cross. Donnarumma with it now. 1-0 as Phil Foden shows short. Score update, other Premier League news, other Premier League scores. Let's get to the updates of the other scores. Here comes while that loads, let me get an update as Matheus Nunes is down the left. Ball is with Foden as Man City is hell-bent on just running clock right now. Sunderland 0-0. Sunderland, Newcastle 0-0. Forest still leads Tottenham 1-0. And West Ham still leads Aston Villa 2-1. Those are your Premier League score updates. We'll get to some other score updates at the half as we approach the half. Erling Haaland running back. He picked Adam Wharton pocket. Here comes Ryan Cherokee. Cherokee finds Rangers. Rangers out to the right wing. Has Mark Guehi for company. Now Tariq Mitchell. 2 players on him. And it's off Mitchell and it's out for a throw. Almost halftime, and I think that's probably halftime. Halftime, very competitive first half, family. Absolutely competitive first half. Goal by Erling Haaland. There's a lot of respect between these players. Erling Haaland and Adam Wharton specifically just, showing a bit of respect to each other. Both teams. Very competitive game. Very competitive. Erling Haaland in the 41st minute of Matheus Nunes' cross. All right. Let's get you some score updates as I get ready to take a break. All right. Score updates in the English Premier League. All these games are at half or approaching half. Still 0-0 between Sunderland and Newcastle now at the half. Forest still leads Tottenham 1-0. Thomas Frank. West Ham 2-1 over Aston Villa. All at the half. Those are the English Premier League update. Let's see. Those are the English Premier League updates. Let's see if other score updates for you. La Liga in the 84th minute, Sevilla leads Real Oviedo 3-0. 84th minute in La Liga, Real Oviedo, of course, Real Oviedo, the team of Santi Cazorla, big up yourself. Real Oviedo is down 3-0 to Sevilla. In the Scudetto, in the Serie A, Hellas Verona leads Fiorentina 1-0. That's approaching the half, 45th minute plus 2. Also in the Scudetto, Udinese and Napoli currently 0-0 at the half. Udinese and Napoli currently 0-0 at the half. In the Bundesliga, Freiburg and Borussia Dortmund early on, 0-0, 20 minutes in. And in Ligue 1, Olympique Lyon and Le Havre 0-0. Those are the games that are currently going on. BCN Sports halftime. We're going to step away. I'm going to step away, not we. I'm going to step away at the half. And we'll be back for the second half as Man City leads Crystal Palace 1-0. Good morning, everyone. We're back getting ready for the second half of Crystal Palace versus Man City to kick off. Was watching a brief overview of a documentary here for Ian Wright, of course, of Arsenal great. And, Ian Wright, outstanding player, scored a bag of goals for Arsenal. In fact, Arsenal probably can use some of the goals from Ian Wright this season. I mean, with what's going on with Gyökeres, but Ian Wright is what, the second leading goal scorer for Arsenal, if I'm not mistaken, based on what I just saw. So only surpassed by Thierry Henry. I decided to look up the top 10 goal scorers in the English Premier League. Alan Shearer, 260 goals. Harry Kane 213, Wayne Rooney 208, Mohamed Salah 190. Andrew Cole, of course, family of Manchester United fame, 187. The teams are coming back out here for the second half. Andy Cole 187, Sergio Aguero 184, Frank Lampard 177 goals, Thierry Henry 175 goals, Robbie Fowler 163, Jermaine Defoe 162. Ian Wright scored 113 goals. If 113 goals, imagine this. Frank Lampard scored more goals than Ian Wright. No, granted, Frank Lampard did play. All right, second half getting ready to start. We don't want to start no conversation about that right now. Second half getting ready to start. Man City 1, Crystal Palace 0. Teams are out. No substitution, at least as far as I can tell. By the way, thank you for all the subscribers. Big up to all the subscribers. Big up to all the new subscribers. Second half is on the way. Big up to all the subscribers. Thank you. Big up. When Jamaicans say big up, Jamaicans mean thank you. Thank you. Always want to shout out to the subscribers. So the new subscribers, thank you and welcome to BCN Sports Network. Tell a friend about the content. Tell a friend. All right, second half is on. Crystal Palace kicking from left to right. Traditional Crystal Palace jersey, blue and red stripes, along with blue shorts. Crystal Palace with a throw. Man City kicking from right to left. Gray top with lime green stripes on the side. All right. 1-0 Man City leads with a goal from Erling Haaland, and we have what appears to be a Man City corner kick earlier on here. So corner kick to Man City. Standing over it, standing over it is Ryan Cherokee. Again, we haven't seen anything about any subs. Ball into the box. Gabardol trying to head on, ending up cleared by Chris Richards. Foden back into the box. Cleared again by Chris Richards. Crystal Palace player Mitchell is down. Pino sends it wide to that was Mitchell that was down. Mitchell now up. Ball is with Wharton. Wharton sends it wide right, looking for Nathan Klein. Klein has Nick O'Reilly for company. Klein turns it back, looks for Kamada. Wharton was showing, but Kamada decided not to use him. He sends it all the way back to LaCroix, who finds Guehi. Guehi finds Chris Richards to the right. Crystal Palace looking for an equalizer. Inside Man City's half. Wharton with a bit of room. Sends it wide left to Yermi Pino. Pino finds Mitchell on his outside. Guehi. Ball is back to Guehi. Wharton looking to flip the through for Pino. And cut out by Man City. Wharton headed back in. Adam Wharton, he's a very industrious player. Cannot state that enough. Adam Wharton, very industrious player in this Crystal Palace midfield. Ball is with Chris Richards. Now LaCroix. Ball is sent all the way back to Mark Guehi and LaCroix, all playing it side to side. Now Chris Richards on the right side, pushing up for Crystal Palace. Chris Richards sends a long ball in, trying to get Mateta in. cut out by Ruben Diaz. Now it's Nico Gonzalez. Gonzalez putting on himself a bit of pressure here. Wharton in. Wharton shot! And off the post. Adam Wharton off the post. And he may have taken a Man City deflection. It's in a corner kick. Nico Gonzalez puts himself under bitter pressure there, family. You have an option. Pass the ball back. No, it didn't touch a Man City. So, yeah. Good word there from Nico Gonzalez. Not Nico Gonzalez. Good work from Adam Wharton. Bad work from Nico Gonzalez. 1-0. Still Man City leads. But Crystal Palace is threatening. Here is Man City. Ball sent long. Given back to Crystal Palace. Kamada. Taken away by Man City. Man City now with Foden. Foden inside the center circle. Foden now has Nico Riley out left. He finds him. Riley sends it back to Guardiola. Guardiola finds Ruben Diaz. Ruben Diaz ignores Nico Gonzalez, I guess, especially after what just happened. Ball is sent all the way back to Donnarumma. Gonzalez shows for it. Nico Gonzalez, no pressure, finds Foden. Foden, no pressure, in his own half. Finds Bernardo Silva. Silva back to Foden. Man City runners looking on, but Foden not recognizing. Ball now looking for Erling Haaland, and it's overhit. Wrong runner, youth. Wrong runner. I think Ryan Cherokee was a better option. BCN Sports watch along of English Premier League. Had a few scores at the half. Sunderland now leads Newcastle 1-0. Actually, it's going to be interesting to see what happens to Sunderland, if anything, once their players leave for AFCON. Here comes Ismail Assar behind the Man City defense. Sarr cuts inside, and quickly there, Nico Riley to get the ball off of Ismail Assar for the cut. Guardiola was beating all ends up. Sarr cuts inside to put it on his left foot. But Nico Riley, very good defending there from Nico Riley. That's called play awareness, you know. Being aware of what's around you. Nottingham Forest leading Tottenham 2-0. West Ham and Aston Villa 2-2. That's the Unai Emery treatment at the half there to Aston Villa. West Ham, Aston Villa 2-2. Throw to Crystal Palace. Richards gets in with a long throw, headed out again by Nico Riley, very much involved. Here comes ball back inside, but cleared out by Man City. Heavy touch there from Foden, Wharton, Lacroix, way up the field. Lacroix here. Keys that's a crossing, headed on by Yermi Pino, and into the arms of Donnarumma. Here comes Man City. Cherokee decided to turn it back. Nunes. Silva. B. Silva on it. Nico Gonzalez back to B. Nico Gonzalez, B. Silva, and Nunes. Man City trying to get going in attack. Cherokee sends it all the way back to Bernardo Silva. Foden struggling to kind of have an impact in this game, as he's been playing quite well this season, at least this latter part, these past few weeks. Here's a ball inside to Foden. Foden in the penalty box. A good tackle there from Chris Richards. No, it's not Foden. That's Rangers, and he was onside. He couldn't get very good tackle there. He had the touch. A very good tackle by Chris Richards. Very, very good tackle. A goal-saving tackle, that. Very, very, I can't emphasize that enough. Goal-saving tackle by Chris Richards. Here comes Guehi, looking to send a long ball in. Sends it all the way wide to Nathan Klein. Klein crosses, cuts out by Foden. Foden sends it long. Richards recovers for Crystal Palace. Silva providing a bit of pressure. Guehi steps up in midfield, gets it. Now ball to Wharton. Adam Wharton looking to find Mateta. Cuts out by Man City. Mateta now recovers it. Kamada sends it wide. What kind of pass that? Oh my word. Not good enough from top level ball up, Kamada. And the ball is out for a goal kick. Ball is out for a goal kick. Man City getting ready to restart play. Donnarumma and who that beside him? Donnarumma and Nico Gonzalez. Gonzalez sends it long. Cleared out by Nick O'Reilly. Foden trying to get control of it. Guardiola finds Rangers. Rangers finds looking for Erling Haaland. And Guehi's back to cut it out. Man City quickly restart play. Nick O'Reilly sends it back to Guardiola. Nunes to B Silva, Bernardo Silva to Ruben Diaz. Ruben Diaz to Bernardo Silva. Nunes looking to cut in. Ball is with Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland holding it up well. Quite a battle there, and the referee is giving a free kick to Man City. Let's get you a score update. Hellas Verona leads in Scudetto. Hellas Verona's 47-minute leads Fiorentina 1-0. Still 0-0 between Udinese and Napoli. Borussia Dortmund leaves Freiburg 1-0 in the Bundesliga. Later on in the English Premier League at 11:30, Brentford will play Newcastle. Pep and Glasner in deep conversation, respectfully. I think there's a lot of respect between both managers. Free kick to Man City. Ball sent into the box. Headed on by Guardiola and into the arms of Dean Henderson. You know, I mean, Pep Guardiola and now the fourth official is telling Pep to get back into his technical era. Ball is with Henderson. Henderson looking for his options. Getting a bit of pressure. He finds Chris Richards out on the right. Richards has Foden for company. Cuts it back. Finds Lacroix. Lacroix sends it long. Chest down by Kamada. Kamada flips it wide. Diarmi Pino. Pino getting a lot of the ball from Crystal Palace. Haven't done anything with it. Pino looking to send it in, and it's cut out by Ruben Diaz. Here is Rangers. Rangers finds Nunes. Nunes just kicks it long. Didn't want anything to do with it. Cleared out by Crystal Palace. Foden now picks it up. Tight pass from Foden. Man City's in. Here comes Rangers into the box. And a very good save from Dean Henderson. A kick save. Dean Henderson with a very good save. Erling Haaland was running in also. Maybe should have selected him to chip Dean Henderson there and try to find Erling Haaland, but he went for the shot nonetheless. Still 1-0 at Selhurst Park. Man City now back with the passing. Nunes looking to go around Tyreek Michel. It's not working out. And a ball hit off the hand of Perino, but referee says play on. Mateta. Nunes back heels. And Man City back in control. Still 1-0 Man City. 57th minute of the game. 12th minute of the second half. 13th minute of the second half. 58th minute in the game. Bernardo Silva with it. In his own half. 3-2. 2-3. Crystal Palace players now. Bernardo Silva looking to find Cherokee. Didn't work. Here comes Crystal Palace on the break. Ball is over to Mitchell. Mitchell down the left side looking for a cross inside. Cut out by Ruben Diaz. Bernardo Silva picks it up. Ball is with Ryan Cherokee now. Ease off Kamada. Cherokee goes goal hunting, sends it left, looking for Foden. Foden can't get it under control. And a Crystal Palace player is quickly out. I think that's Nathan Klein is quickly back to help out. Or was it LaCroix? I don't see. I can't tell. Game picked up exactly where it left off in the first half. Both teams going at it. English Premier League, BCN Sports watch along of English Premier League action. Here, and a horrible pass from Ruben Diaz, stolen by Adam Wharton. Crystal Palace is in. Yermi Pino, back to Wharton. Wharton with a shot, and it's over the top. A field goal rather than an actual shot on goal. That's something for the American Football League there by Adam Wharton. But what a horrible pass from Ruben Diaz. Maybe a brain fart there. Goal kick to Man City, and we're... What? Okay, so we're seeing the replay of the Rangers that Dean Henderson saved. Yeah, very good save by Dean. Very good save by Dean Henderson. Dean Henderson is a proper goalkeeper. You know, both these goalkeepers are very good. Very good. Here comes Yermi Pino. Finds Philip Mateta. Mateta with a shot blocked by Ruben Diaz. And a sliding referee says no foul. Mateta again trying to get off a shot, and it cuts out. Crystal Palace fans want a free kick. Glasner wants a free kick for a foul on Kamada. That's a foul. That's absolutely a foul. But Mitchell ended up with the ball, so the referee, I think, is probably saying I played advantage. But it's definitely a foul. Ball is with Man City. Yo, this game now end 1-0. Yo, what? Ryan Cherokee is trying to backheel, and his backheel, and no, it's Nunes trying to backheel, and no one is there. Pep Guardiola is pissed. Here is Chris Richards. Chris Richards now with it in Crystal Palace's half, and he sends it all the way back to Dean Henderson, who's in goal. BCN Sports watch along of English Premier League action. Here's the ball now with Ismail Assar. Assar driving at Man City. Finds out wide Nathan Klein, and a short ball cuts out by Nick O'Reilly. Here comes Nico Gonzalez with it. Nico Gonzalez finds Guardiol. Guardiol finds Rangers. Now looking for options. Cherokee shows. He goes to Nunes. Nunes now goes to Cherokee. Ryan Cherokee finds Ruben Diaz. Ruben Diaz to Nico Gonzalez. 1-0 Man City at Selhurst Park versus Crystal Palace. Ryan Cherokee dropping deeper, getting the ball now. Ball is with Matheus Nunes, who sends it back to Ruben Diaz, who sends it to Donnarumma. Crystal Palace applying a little pressure. Man City inviting them in, but taking a bit of risk during this invitation. And ball is turned over. Here's Terry Mitchell, and Terry Mitchell gives it right back. Nunes trying to go around. And a sliding tackle there by Guehi. And a collision there by Kamada. Kamada cuts out the Man City player. And he's Ryan Cherokee. And it's a free kick to Man City. And a yellow card to Kamada. Score update. Just a score update. English Premier League. Forest still leads Tottenham 2-0. Still 2-2 between West Ham and Aston Villa. Sunderland 1-0 over Newcastle. Sevilla defeated Real Oviedo 4-0. Celta Vigo and Atleti currently 0-0 in La Liga. The other two games in La Liga today, Levante versus Villarreal at 12:30 p.m. Deportivo Alaves versus Real Madrid at 3 p.m. As Crystal Palace makes a sub, Eddie Nketiah is on, and Philippe Mateta is off. In the Scudetto, in the Serie A, Hellas Verona Hellas Verona leads Fiorentina 1-0. 55th minute of play. Udinese and Napoli still tied at 0-0. Of course, earlier AC Milan and Sassuolo ended 2-2 in an early morning kickoff. In Bundesliga, Freiburg is down to Borussia Dortmund. Borussia Dortmund leading Freiburg 1-0. That's a score update. Score update. Back to English Premier League. Crystal Palace versus Man City. Eddie Nketiah has had probably an improved season so far. Scored what? 2 or 3 goals so far, which is probably more than he's scored in a while. So he's had a decent run. Here comes Man City with a throw-in. Ball is with Erling Haaland. And we have a foul there that's called by the referee. Man City is not very happy with that call. I can find out how many goals have Eddie Nketiah scored so far this season. 2 goals. Yeah, 2 goals. 2 goals and 2 yellow cards so far this season in 9 matches. So, and last year he scored what? Scored 3 goals in 29 matches. Yeah. Well, yeah. 3 goals in 29 matches. Well, actually, let's make that 3 goals in 29 matches in the EPL. He did score a couple goals last year in the EFL Cup. So far this year in the EPL, he has scored 2 goals in 9 matches. Hughes is getting ready for Crystal Palace. Phil Hughes, that is. As we're seeing a replay of the Erling Haaland goal. It's a proper goal. Proper goal. Let's see what's a proper goal scorer. Proper goal scorer. Junior would call him the Viking. By the way, big up to Junior. Out and about. You know, we have a pause in play here. Erling Haaland has scored 16 goals already. He's ahead of Igor Thiago, who's 11 goals. Ekitike and Mateta are on 7 goals. At this rate, Erling Haaland will win the Golden Boot. Kamada is getting some treatment. Seems like Kamada day is done. He's limping pretty badly there. I think that's why Hughes is getting ready to come on. Yep, it looks like it. Hughes is coming on. You know, Hughes, similar sort of player, maybe a little bit of maybe a slight bit of improvement. I think, maybe. Yo, similar sort of player on both of their deals. I mean, both of them can be effective. So, Hughes is on for Kamada, Crystal Palace. As we're now restarted play. And it's Will Hughes, not Phil Hughes. I was thinking of, here's the ball with Eddie Nketiah. And ball is with Sarr. Now Sarr sends it back to Lacroix. Guehi would have got himself in a bit of trouble there as Erling Haaland almost picked his pocket. He's finally escaped his own problems and sends it back to Henderson. Richards now with it. Richards now sends it over to Guehi. Guehi finds Hughes. Will Hughes, not Phil Hughes, as I said earlier. My apologies. So it's Will Hughes. Ball is sent long. Looking for Eddie Nketiah. Too tall as Guardiola was there to cut it out. Nunes cleared for Man City. And we have a free kick there by as Guardiola was called for a foul on Chris Richards. I don't know. Referee say a foul, so this is it. We have to work with that. Referee said that was a foul. I didn't, I guess maybe it's intentions. I don't know. Ball is back with Crystal Palace. The Eagles looking to get an equalizer against Man City. Here comes Man City applying a bit of pressure there to Mitchell. Mitchell turn it over. Man City now into the attack. Here come Ryan Cherokee is running through. Ball to Foden. Foden on top of the 18. And a shot goal! 2-0. Phil Foden made it 2-0. And Ryan Cherokee was the sauce that stirred. Was the straw that stirred that drink. Ryan Cherokee created that goal, and he created it immensely. Ryan Cherokee made it with the assist. Turnover by Tyreek Mitchell. And Man City 2-0. Turnover by Tyreek Mitchell from Matheus Nunes pressure. Ryan Cherokee ran through Adam Wharton and Lacroix and laid it off outside the 18 for very well placed goal by Phil Foden on the top of the 18. Outside the 18 on the arc. Very well placed. Dean Henderson had no chance. He used Chris Richards, who was in front of Dean Henderson, very well as a shadow. Well placed. 2-0 Man City. But again, Ryan Cherokee picked up the ball after it was turned over, and Matheus Nunes picked the pocket of Tyreek Mitchell. This is Phil Foden. What? How many goals this is for him? Yeah, I don't know. He's been in a rich vein of form as England's manager Thomas Tuchel is in the stand. He's in a 10. Thomas Tuchel doing some scouting. I guess I'm watching players up for the upcoming 2026 FIFA World Cup. Foden with a nice trick play. Walk around two. Here is the ball with Ryan Cherokee looking to find Rangers. And he's behind the player there. Rangers just not on the same page. But Ryan Baller Cherokee definitely stirring this drink here for Man City. Ball is with Foden. Foden now finds Nico Riley. Riley sends it back to Guardiola. And at the start of the watch along, I said that this Man City team, the last few weeks, has really looked good. There's something about them. You know, we've always known that Man City defensively has been an issue. We saw what happened last year, and of course they didn't serve themselves well. But I think they seem to have rectified some of the defensive problems. They're scoring goals, and scoring goals it has never been usually a problem for them. And Ryan Cherokee has been absolutely brilliant for them. I mean, Ryan Cherokee and Rangers that's not your player. Foden, pass the ball. Why are you trying to be like Cherokee? Acting like you can walk around people. You don't have that in your locker, Bridget. Pass the ball. Here comes Mark Guehi for Crystal Palace. The Eagles trying to get back in the game. And to be fair to the Eagles fans, to the Crystal Palace fans, they have not played badly. I mean, they have been very unlucky. They've had chances. Yermi Pino, again, should have scored at least one goal for Crystal Palace. Ball is all the way back to Donnarumma. Donnarumma in goal for Man City. 71st minute of play. 72nd minute to be exact. Let's give you a score update. This is BCN Sports watch along of English Premier League. Crystal Palace versus Man City. Tottenham still losing to Forest. Forest leads Tottenham 2-0. Still 2-2 between West Ham and Aston Villa. 71st minute also. Sunderland 1-0 over Newcastle. This Sunderland team has been doing quite well. Celta Vigo and Atleti in La Liga. Celta Vigo and Atleti 0-0. Still 1-0. Verona leads Fiorentina in the Scudetto. Udinese and Napoli still 0-0. And Borussia Dortmund still leads Freiburg 1-0 in the Bundesliga. Here comes Ismail Assar. Cross inside. Cut out by Guardiola. Nico Riley finds Bernardo Silva. Silva finds Foden. Foden sends it long. Looking for Erling Haaland, who is in a battle with Lacroix. A lot of shirt grabbing there. Lacroix was able to get it out for a throw. I actually thought Lacroix would beat him in a foot race, but it didn't look like it was going to happen. So Lacroix decided this to get it out. Throw into Man City. Nick O'Reilly down to take the throw. Of course, if this result holds, Man City will close Arsenal's lead at the top to 2 points. Arsenal defeated Wolverhampton 2-1 yesterday in the English Premier League. Klein trying to clear it and cut out by O'Reilly. And it's a goal kick to Crystal Palace. Oliver Glasner looking for option on his bench. His team is down 2-0. Where does he go? Maybe getting ready another sub. Again, Ismaila Sarr will leave for AFCON. Here's Eddie Nketiah with a heavy touch. And the ball rolls out for a throw. Brethren, you know you touch very heavy when you touch the ball from almost middle of the 18 and ball rolled out for throw. Throw into Man City. Nick O'Reilly getting ready to restart play. Finds Foden. Foden back to O'Reilly. O'Reilly then backheels it off Klein and out for another throw. Getting ready another sub for Crystal Palace. Richards cuts it out, but ball ended up recovered by Bernardo Silva. Matheus Nunes on the way as Man City on the attack. Ryan Cherokee. And Ryan Cherokee sends it all the way back to Bernardo Silva in their own half rather than continue the attack. Ruben Diaz with the ball for City. Eddie Nketiah applies a bit of pressure and turns over by Man City. Cuts back out by Bernardo Silva. Here comes Ryan Cherokee trying to drive in. Now ball is with Yermi Pino. Yermi Pino have not had a good day at the office. Ball is with Eddie Nketiah. Nketiah to Pino. Pino finds Wharton. Wharton to Will Hughes. Hughes sends it wide to Klein. Klein has Nick O'Reilly in close marking. Wharton sends it to Richards. Richards now sends it back to Will Hughes and the game slows down. Still 2-0 Man City. Approaching the 86th minute of play. Mark Guehi with a bad pass. Ball is with Rangers. Rangers finds Cherokee. Cherokee now driving at this Crystal Palace defense, and Mitchell says he did foul it, but referee says otherwise. Free kick to Man City. Yep, that's a foul. I just watched the replay. That is a foul. That is a foul. Sub again from Crystal Palace. Nathan Klein race is run. Uche is on. Uche is on for Crystal Palace. See which part is a bit. So they've taken out a defender. Is that this free kick to Man City? Ryan Cherokee standing over it. Bad free kick. Wasn't able to beat the the single man wall. Kristanos Uche, Nigerian footballer. Kristanos Ogano Uche is on for Crystal Palace. Here is the ball is with and he is, I think he's right winger. He's midfield, attacking midfielder or forward. So he's gonna have to come and give them a spark. I also think Man City is ready in a sub. Man City playing around. Ruben Diaz with a bad pass out of the reach of Matheus Nunes, and the ball is out for a throw. Quickly taken by Crystal Palace, and Adam Wharton equally with a bad pass. Heck. And Man City, and then Nunes just give the ball back. What? Adam Wharton trying to get through. Ball is cut out by Man City. Now back to Crystal Palace. Into the box. Ismail Assar trying to head it on. Headed out by Gonzalez. Man City comes away with it. Nick O'Reilly charging forward. Has Ismail Assar for company. Sarr slows him down. Nick O'Reilly now finds Rangers. Rangers has Will Hughes on him. And Rangers took a very difficult route there. Eddie Nketiah trying to go around, but he's not getting around Guardiola. And it's out for a throw to Crystal Palace. 89th minute of play, family. And we have another sub waiting. That's this time a Man City sub. It looks like, is it Savinho? I can't tell. We'll see in a second. As the ball was sent wide to Guehi for Crystal Palace. Erling Haaland quickly over on him. And it's out for a long ball from Dean Henderson, and it's out for a throw to Crystal Palace. As the ricochet off a Man City player. Here comes Lacroix. Pushing up. Finds Chris Richards out wide. Richards. Back to Lacroix. Still 2-0 Man City leads. Let's do our score update. Let's get to score of the update of the other games. Nottingham Forest leads Tottenham 3-0. 82nd minute in that game. Still 2-2 between West Ham and Aston Villa. 79th minute. Sunderland still leads Newcastle 1-0. Celta Vigo and Atleti 0-0. 23rd minute in La Liga action. In the Scudetto, Udinese leads Napoli 1-0 in the 81st minute. Here comes Crystal Palace. Ball in the box. Ismail Assar. Shot. Cut out. Shot. Cut out. Crystal Palace in with a chance. Can't get the shot on goal. Man City mad dash defending. Blocked out. And Crystal Palace may have an argument here about a penalty. Let's see. Very good block there from Nick O'Reilly. No, not a penalty. The ball ricochet. He couldn't. Yeah, his hands was beside him. Ruben Diaz's hands were by his side. It was by his side. Very good block by Nick O'Reilly. I think he saved the goal there. Continue our score roundup. As I said, Udinese leads Napoli 1-0. I mean, that could be huge in the title race in the Scudetto. In Bundesliga, Borussia Dortmund still 1-0 over Freiburg, 52nd minute. Corner kick to Crystal Palace, 82nd minute. Sending by Wharton, cleared out. Not fully cleared by Man City. Perino finally gets it out. Finds Mitchell. Mitchell with a bad clearance. But Erling Haaland equally with a bad clearance. And slice it out for a throw. Referee. Erling Haaland is having shouting at referee for something. I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, people... the Viking is looking for some assistance. I think what he's saying is that during the corner kick, there was a lot of battling. Erling Haaland is responsible for the big defender, Lacroix. I mean, I just say, you have to go battle. A big man versus big man. You know, Lacroix trying to find space. Long throw in from Richards. Not long enough. Cleared out by Nick O'Reilly. Ball is back to Chris Richards. Nick O'Reilly, very good game again from Nick O'Reilly. Very much in with a tackle. Foden give away the ball though. And Chris Richards with a cross and cut out by Rangers. Balls with Foden. Foden to Rangers. And it's out for a throw to Crystal Palace. Man City wants a free kick. No doing, says the referee. And Man City now stops play because I think a sub is ready. Man City getting ready to put on Savinho. I think Rangers' race should be run. No, referee says play on. No, not ready for the sub yet. And I think what's going on with Savinho is that they tried to get his confidence back up. Of course, it's well documented he was almost on the way out. Haven't been playing very well, but he's slowly but slowly trying to get back up. Very talented player is Savinho. Here is Eddie Nketiah driving at Man City's into the 18-yard box. A shot from Nketiah. And like a wall, Donnarumma got his hands up and is out for a corner kick. Simple, straightforward. Eddie Nketiah picked it up and said, you know what? Move. I will get the shot off. Very good shot. Saved by Donnarumma. Will take more than that to beat him. Corner kick to Crystal Palace. Second corner in a row for the Eagles. Wharton again sends it inside. Crystal Palace almost getting on the end of that, but Donnarumma with a strong punch. Here comes Ryan Cherokee with Mitchell. And Cherokee trying to get around Mitchell. Very good defending from Mitchell. And it's a free kick to Crystal Palace. Very good defending by Tariq Mitchell for a last man. And Man City getting the sub ready now as Rangers' race is run. Savinho is coming on, or on his shirt it says Savinho. But Savinho is coming on for Rangers. I am surprised Pep didn't. So I'm surprised Pep didn't put on an extra midfielder. He went with Savinho, a winger. So Savinho now goes to. Here is Uche almost behind Guardiola there, but Ruben Diaz quickly over to help, and everything Man City complains about. Yo, brother, they play ball. Ruben Diaz thought that Uche fouled Guardiola. I mean, he didn't foul him. Long throw again from Chris Richards. 86 minutes of play. Crystal Palace looking for something here. And again, I want to emphasize that Crystal Palace have played well. They have been very competitive in this football game. And it's usually the case between these two teams at Selhurst Park. Very competitive games historically. Here's the ball now with Tariq Mitchell, and he's looking for it. Headed on. Crystal Palace in a shot. Almost in. Guehi couldn't get it on. And cleared out by Man City. Living dangerously there is Man City. Crystal Palace now with a throw-in. 57th minute of play. Chris Richards will go to the other side to take another long throw. This is kind of a championship sort of defending now. This is how you win title. You're not supposed to concede any goal, or if you're Man City, you're supposed to hold the line and see out this football game. Ball long throw into the box, cleared out by Man City. Erling Haaland telling defenders to move up. I feel him responsible. Ball back in from Willie Hughes. Donnarumma quickly out with a strong punch. Only to Chris Richards. Richards back into the box. Hughes cuts around one. Hughes then trips it up. This must be a goal. No, cleared out by Man City. And Man City now runs away with it. Savinho breaks away 1-on-1 with Dean Henderson for company. That Savinho can't go around Henderson. Tripped by Henderson. And it's a penalty for Man City. Dean Henderson will get a red card. Oh, no. It's a yellow card. He didn't yeah, yellow card. Dean Henderson, a penalty for Man City from an attack. Now Dean Henderson is saying that Savinho dived. Mad dash at the end there. But somehow, it's unbelievable to me. Let me calm down. Yermi Pino and Tariq Mitchell standing there. Both of them, no one went to the ball. Miscommunication. Savinho took charge, stole the ball, took the ball, ran at the Crystal Palace defense, ran from his 18-yard box all the way up with He had 3 players chasing him, 3 Crystal Palace players chasing him. None of them could catch up. Dean Henderson had to take him down. Penalty, no red card, penalty to Man City. Whew. Okay, Erling Haaland is standing at the box, standing at the penalty spot with the ball. Mad dash ending here at Selhurst Park. And all of this came from Crystal Palace almost scoring a goal. Almost scoring a goal. I mean, this is something else with football. Last 5 penalties, I think he has scored 2. I think he has scored 3 of the last 5 penalties. That is Erling Haaland. Last 5 penalties, he scored 3 of the last 5. He's standing over it to make it 3-0. Or let it remain the same. Here is Haaland on the way, and it scores 3-0. Wow, that was easy. Man City is taking the points back to the Etihad. 3-0, 2 goals from Erling Haaland. But all of that was down to Savinho. All of that was down to Savinho. The effort to take the ball from his from his 18-yard box. I mean, Yeremy Pino and Tyrick Mitchell and Yeremy Pino both standing together, looking at each other like, who's getting the ball? And Savinho says, you know what? You don't need it. I will take it. And he charged that goal. And he was taken down by Dean Henderson. 3-0 Man City leads. Yeah, big up to all the people in the Northeast who's going through the snow. As Man City readies 2 subs, or 3 subs now. I think Pep Guardiola is like, yo, game done. Let's give a score update. Nottingham Forest 3-2 over Tottenham. West Ham, 3-2. Aston Villa has taken the lead over West Ham. And these West Ham fans and these West Ham players and Nuno Espirito must be sick to their stomach. Absolutely sick to their stomach. West Ham had this game, was leading, I think, 2-0. But this is the gulf. This is the way that West Ham, they don't have the depth. They're struggling. I think this team, West Ham, will stay up. I want them to stay up because of the word Nuno. I like Nuno Espirito. Sunderland 1-0 over Newcastle. 3 subs coming on for Man City. Haaland, O'Reilly, and Silva all off. Lewis, Marmoush, and who else? Next brother. I can't remember. Nori. Marmoush, Nori, and Rico Lewis all on for Man City. Job done. 3-0. All right, La Liga score update. Celta and Atleti still 0-0. Fiorentina has tied it up against Hellas Verona. Still 1-0. Napoli suffering a 1-0 defeat to Udinese. Still 1-0. Napoli leads Udinese. Udinese leads Napoli 1-0. And in the German Bundesliga, Borussia Dortmund 1-0 over Freiburg. But the interesting thing in the English Premier League, Sunderland, Le Bris, Sunderland 1-0 continues to lead Newcastle 1-0. This will be a monumental victory for Sunderland. Again, Sunderland will lose about 5 or 6 players to the African Cup of Nations. And we will see how they go about it. A very feisty team. Very impressed with what they're doing. All right, 5 minutes of added time here at Selhurst Park. We're in the 92nd minute of play. 3-0 Man City over Crystal Palace. 2 goals from Erling Haaland and 1 from Phil Foden. As Crystal Palace trying to get something on the board. Man City intercepted play. Ball sent long, looking for Marmoush, who picks it up. Marmoush now going at Guehi. Finds Ryan Cherokee, and Ryan Cherokee is like, look, man, we're not in the running up and down today. We've already won the game, and play the ball back out for a throw to Man City. As the ball ricochet off. Who that? I don't know, brother. I don't know who will ricochet, but a throw to Man City. Foden picks it up. Yo, a game management time now for Man City. It's all about just managing the clock and seeing out this football game. Still 3-0-0. And we have a free kick here as Nico Gonzalez took down Adam Wharton. And one of the things that it's been a battle in that midfield. That midfield it's a very physical game with Adam Wharton and Nico Gonzalez. And I mean, when you throw Will Hughes into the mix, it's not going to get a lot easier. But Man City did their job. Here comes Savinho trying to get one. The ball was... And I think this would be beneficial for Savinho. I mean, and again, I think when he was coming into the game, I said he could use some confidence. Yo, Donnarumma, what you do, youth? Uche almost got a goal from a Donnarumma mistake. Donnarumma played the ball, look at the play out, played it off Uche, could have ended up anywhere. Instead, it ended up outside for a goal kick. Donnarumma is telling them to put the ball to the side. And Guardiola and Donnarumma now hugging each other, talking it out, you know. Sorry, Oliver Glasner, I just say go. And I want to emphasize that I think this Man City team is playing quite well. They're playing quite well. They've been hitting the strides in the last few weeks. And we're going into the Christmas period in the English Premier League. Be very aware, Arsenal. Be very, very aware. Be very, very aware, Arsenal and Arsenal fans. Do join us later on at 5 p.m. for BCN Sports Ball Chat Weekly. Recap the week that was in the world of football. We're almost at time here in this game. Almost at time here in this game. Coming up in the 11:30 game. Yo, what just happened? Phil Foden into the box. Phil Foden should have crossed the ball to Marmoush. He's apologizing. He decided to take the shot. He apologized to Marmoush, decided to take the shot anyway. And the ball ended up out for a goal kick. This looked like a business sort of Man City. Very professional victory. Hard-nosed victory because it was a very competitive game. 2 goals from... And then we have an extra ball on the field. 2 goals from Erling Haaland and 1 from Phil Foden. Waiting for the referee to blow his whistle as Dean Henderson restarts play. And it's all over at Selhurst Park. A lot of respect between the two managers, Oliver Glasner and Pep Guardiola. All over at Selhurst Park. 2 goals from Erling Haaland and 1 from Phil Foden. 3-0 Man City takes the points. A penalty in the 89th minute from Haaland. Very, very competitive game. An absolutely competitive game. The Eagles fans, Eagles, Crystal Palace fans, it's a tough defeat because the team did play very well. If Yeremy Pino scored one of those chances earlier on, it probably would have been a different situation. But unfortunately, those chances fell to the wrong player. In Yeremy Pino. Scores update. Nottingham Forest defeated Tottenham 3-0. I guess we'll see if that leads to any sort of tough questions for Coach Thomas Frank. It seems inevitable here. Aston Villa is going to take the 3 points at West Ham versus West Ham. It's 3-2. Sunderland is 1-0 over Newcastle. Sunderland is 1-0 over Newcastle, so that game is wrapping up. Sunderland will take those 3 points unless something magical happen here at the end. It's a rough place to go to play Sunderland at this moment. Now, again, Sunderland will lose some players for AFCON. So, if you want to play them, it's the time. Now it's the time. December 21st to January 18th. It's the best time to play the Sunderland team because their players will be, a large part of their group will be at the AFCON Cup of Nations. I think 5 or 6 players, some impact players for them. Final, the game is over at Forest. Nottingham Forest defeated Tottenham 3-0. It's over at London Stadium. Aston Villa 3-2 over West Ham. And in La Liga, still 0-0 between Atleti and Celta Vigo. Still 0-0. In the Scudetto, in the Serie A, Fiorentina won and Hellas Verona won. So 1-1 in that game. That game is 1 into added time. And in the Bundesliga, Borussia Dortmund 1-0 over Freiburg, 78th minute in that game. In League One, Lyon defeated Le Havre 1-0. So that's it for the Sunday morning watch along, family. That's it. Sunderland looking to see out this game against Newcastle. All right, final thoughts on this game between Crystal Palace and Manchester City before I leave, before I put a wrap on this watch along. By the way, thanks to everyone for joining me. Those of you who decided to follow, big up. Thank you for those who follow. Smash the like button. Remember to smash the like button. This is BCN Sports, where we focus on all things sports: football, cricket, basketball, track and field, all things sports. We'll focus heavily on it. All right, so final thoughts on this game between Man City and Crystal Palace. I think ultimately the team with more depth won this football game. Man City has more powerful front arsenal in terms of Erling Haaland. They have a deeper bench, a deeper squad, and all of that serves them well in this football game. But that does not take away from Crystal Palace competitiveness. Crystal Palace with Yermi Pino had a few chances. A good save by Donnarumma on the Eddie Nketiah's shot. Ismail Assar was in behind a couple of times. So there was some opportunities there for Crystal Palace. So the 3-0 lead, the 3-0 victory may not necessarily best reflect the true competitive nature of this football game. So Crystal Palace sitting in the 5th position, or may have dropped down at the end of this result. Maybe look at the table quickly. Yeah, let's see. Sunderland will go ahead, and Sunderland, Liverpool, and Crystal Palace will all be tied on 26 points. Of course, from 5th to 7th. Manchester United can leapfrog these teams tomorrow as they play Bournemouth tomorrow. So if Manchester United is able to take the 3 points, they can leapfrog those teams, Crystal Palace, Liverpool, and Sunderland, all on 26 points. As for the top of the table, Arsenal is on 36. Their lead of 5 points from yesterday was trimmed by 3 points, as Man City now goes to 34, Arsenal 36. They will keep 2 points. They will keep 2 points lead ahead of Man City. So two goals from Erling Haaland and 1 from Phil Foden gave Man City the 3 points. Do join us later on at 5 p.m. Eastern for BCN Sports Ball Chat Weekly. On the docket, or on the schedule for today in the English Premier League at 11:30 a.m., Brentford will take on Leeds. Brentford will take on Leeds. In 17th place, Leeds will take on Brentford. 15th place, Brentford. A game that both teams could use the points to avoid any sort of relegation concern. I am Benton Lawson. This is where I exit. Thanks for those who join us, those who subscribe. Big up. Thank you for those who subscribe. Remember to check out BCN Sports for all things sports. Connect with us on Instagram or any social media platform that you're on. If you'd like to leave a comment or have a comment, questions, just leave it in the comment section or send us an email at ballchatpodcast@gmail.com. I am